All right. Welcome, everybody, to the first recorded episode of The Silly and the Serious. Okay. All right. I, of course, am your host, Mr. J, and I'm here with
Shamik.
or Shammy, because we don't give our whole names. Because
Whatever.
well, whatever. All right. And this is our first.
Look me up, bitch.
Our first episode of 2025. And we're how many days in? 18 days. And I'm already ready for 2026.
I don't know if I'm ready because, we already had the original movie, right?
We did. We did have the original movie.
The original movie was last year, right? And so this is the sequel, right?
Yeah. This is the revenge arc, I guess. Because holy hell, a lot's going on. Let's just start here. TikTok. Seems like time's up.
TikTok, tick not.
it's gone as of, say today's the 18th. It's gone as of tomorrow. Not in the sense that some people think. Some people think it's just you can't use the app anymore and things like that. But no, that's not really what it is. It's basically it's not going to be updated. It's not going to be taken care of on the American side.
So, since I am someone who does not have TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. I need for him to help me understand what the problem is with the TikTok.
Oh, why the government doesn't want us to have it?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty simple because they can't control it. So see, the algorithm that TikTok has is the best algorithm out for catching data and utilizing it. They've already tried to buy it. Mark Zuckerberg tried to buy it. All these other people tried to buy it. And ByteDance was like, no, we're not selling it to you. It's our property. It's our intellectual property. They've even offered in the past to sell TikTok to these people, but they're not selling the rights to the algorithm. So they don't want it.
In other words, the United States is trying to bully,
of course,
their way into getting something that they could not formulate themselves.
Right. So basically what it is they're using they're taking our data, they're taking it, which they are. It's not like they're not taking our data. They're taking it. They have it, but we're giving it to them. We know we're giving it to them. You know what else asks for permission to have your data on your phone? Your phone's flashlight. Everything on your cell phone asks for permission to use your data, to track your data, everything.
So again, I ask what the problem is.
They can't have it. They can't have something that is the top of the line, and they can't recreate it. They don't have the programs to recreate what they're doing.
I'm gonna say this in the plainest, ghettoest English way. Stay with your old hoe. You can't have the new one. That's it.
Right. I seen somebody. It's on Instagram. I really forget who he is. He's a big creator too, and he was like, TikTok is. Oh, no, sorry. Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg is mad whack because you're not passing the torch like every other top social media platform did. It's like, before there was Facebook and MySpace. Mm-hmm. There was like Skonex and Black Planet, and those are the popping joints. Then MySpace came out, and so they passed the torch to MySpace, and then people forget Facebook and MySpace out at the same time.
They were right.
But Facebook was a college-only app. You couldn't even be on it if you didn't have a college ID.
Right.
But then they realized MySpace was beating the shit out of them. So they made it free to everybody. And they took over. So MySpace handed the reins over to Facebook. Right? And then when it got to Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg was just like, I'm not giving the spot up. Because remember, Vine came along and was killing it. He ended up buying Vine and crushing it. Instagram came along, and people forget Instagram started off as a computer thing.
And just pictures.
Just pictures. That's all it was. Just pictures. And it was on the computer. Then they went to the phone, but it was only pictures. And they started killing them. So then he bought Instagram.
So with you saying what you're about to say, what happened to the monopoly theory where we did not want that anymore?
Well, that's the whole thing that even Mark Zuckerberg got in trouble with Congress for. Remember, he had this whole thing, so he had to perform in front of Congress.
Right.
Pretty much the same concerns that they're having with TikTok. What are you doing with the data? What are you doing with the information? How is this information getting out? Is it real? Is it relevant? And that just basically went away. And we were actually on Mark Zuckerberg's side when he was having these discussions. These in the same things like you old people don't understand how this technology is evolving. Like everything you have asks for your data. Everything.
Right.
It's everything.
It was already doing it. So
once you get your phone asks to track you. Right. So it's already being taken. Their thing is they're saying that since TikTok is a foreign country and they say China owns it, which China does have a stake in it, but it's really 60% of foreign investors. Now, who those investors are and who they have allegiance to, I don't know. I can't say. I'm not. That's way beyond my pay grade.
Right.
I don't even get paid for anything yet. So they're saying they could take your data and they can do this and manipulate and basically do the shit they're trying to do.
Because that's what I was about to say.
And it could be a detriment to the American way of life. But and TikTok's biggest argument is, okay, if that's the case, how come you're not going after Shein? How come you're not, or Shein, is it Shein?
Shein. She not, she is.
Temu. All these are foreign owned, and not even foreign, these are Chinese directly owned companies. And they're asking for the exact same data, way less secure.
Way less.
Than what we have. Matter of fact, the data that's stored for the American servers is in America. It's here.
So I initially thought that they wanted to take away TikTok because they realized that a lot of these kids, well, at least they're kids to me, but they're adults. A lot of these adults,
youngsters,
have found new ways to create income, right?
And
and while they're creating this new revenue and this new income, they are no longer buying into the system of Social Security.
No.
So I had initially thought that
it's not that.
No, but I had thought that maybe because people who are on TikTok are making, because clearly some people are making.
I think they made
a lot of money.
I think they added. I could be wrong, but I think it was something like $1.8 billion to the GDP.
This is what I'm saying.
And last year. So
I had thought that they felt like it was giving too much.
No, it's not the money.
Right. Like they were making too much money and it wasn't going into America. And then I found out that the things that are seen on TikTok here are completely different than the things that are seen on TikTok elsewhere. Right.
But they're going to cater to who countries put out the content.
Right. And so then I thought maybe there was a battle with that. But all in all, I don't have a TikTok. And I also don't have a problem with TikTok. Like it's no different than any other social media app that's been going since social media been going.
The real problem they have with TikTok, and this is really what it really is, they can't control the information that's being given on TikTok. They can't censor us and blind us to what's happening in the world.
Oh, like burning books and getting rid of things off of a list of books that you can no longer read because they want to block you from the truth.
They can't do that because people are just showing it on their phone and it's instantaneous. You don't have time to block it. They can't stop us from seeing the genocide that's happening in these countries because it's
more than one country that is going through a genocide right now.
Right, and we all talk about Palestine, but the shit in the Congo is crazy too, Bliss. But so they can't block it in time. They can't put it because they don't have control of it.
Okay.
And so they're like, we are getting the real truth on things. People are becoming educated. People are seeing the world in America for what it really is. And now what that has led to is America is now taking off the mask. Because now you've seen us, so we're not going to pretend. We're an oligarchy. No.
I think that it still got the mask on.
Nope.
But you know how when it got the rubber band in the back and it's like that, and so that way if you let go, it just sucks back to your face.
No, they taking it off.
I don't. Clearly, they still trying to hide.
Are they?
I feel like they are because because, well, they're trying to hide in front of your face behind your back, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying, but my still thing is, are they? Because you have now an immigrant billionaire who's the richest man in the world giving orders to the American government.
Child, it's the blind leading the
You
blind.
have, and I know a lot of people probably aren't aware of this. The situation in North Carolina with their state government and how basically their lower state government has basically turned all Democrat, and the Republicans just said no. They took away the power of the the new incoming Democratic governor, the Democratic City Council. They're stripping all of it. They're saying you don't have the power to only. If the governor wants to make a decision now, he has to run it by a panel of Republicans before he can before he gets the okay.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, they stripping all. They don't care. There's two rich what do you call them, barons, oil barons in Texas trying to take over the Texas government. They don't care. They're like, we're gonna show you that, yeah, y'all right. The rich have run this country, and we're not gonna be behind the scenes anymore. We're gonna show you that we run this country.
They gonna have my ass on the wall, y'all. I'm gonna be on the wall.
It's the mask is off. They're showing you what you
straight hands made tell.
You reelected a corrupt billionaire who's putting his corrupt billionaire friends in place. It's happening. I don't know. I got people that rock with Donald Trump, and I can say I get it because that shit do. But truth is what the truth is. It's not like I'm making these things up. You can't have Pete Hegseth as a Secretary of Defense. You're skipping all of these generals, top tier generals, for a guy who was in the military. That's the best he can do. He was in the military. He doesn't know how to run the
right
Department of Defense. You're taking the two billionaires, Vivek Brown Nosy and
Shit Nosy,
Elon Musk, or Musty.
Oh, get out my head! I definitely was gonna say Musty.
And you're creating a whole department for them to billionaires. I think Vivek is a billionaire, but now he's a millionaire. I know he's rich.
I think.
And you're putting them over government spending for government contracts, of which they both receive.
Right.
It's the only person that I could say is even really qualified, or two people that could qualify for their job, and I don't know the lady's name. I don't know her name. The lady he wants to be Attorney General, she is actually an accomplished attorney. Is she a piece of crap? I don't know. She gave a lot of answers in her confirmation hearing. And Mark Rubio, for his position, I forget what it was, but I know he's qualified for that. At least you can say, okay, these people are qualified. You know, you may not like them as a pick, but you can say, okay, you know what?
Right.
They have the credentials to do the job.
I can never knock I've always had this thing about me where I could hate your guts. But if you do your job and you know what you're doing, ain't much I can say. This person knows their job. Just because I hate your guts don't mean you don't know what you're doing.
Right. As long as you do your job right, you do it fair, and you do it for the American people. That's what I don't think is coming across. People are like, yes, my side won. So that's not how it's supposed to be. Yes, there's a Republican side, there's a Democrat side, there's an independent side, there's a conservative side, there's a greenhouse side. But once you win that position as president, you are not the president for your side. You are the president of the United States of America. Now I'm the president of the Republicans, because then we need more than one president.
Well, we done fucked around, and now we're going to find out.
We didn't fuck around.
Oh, wow.
We didn't fuck around. They fucked around, and now they find it now, and now we in the boat with them, looking like.
Respectfully, I'm in my quiet season.
Listen, I'm not gonna be quiet. I'm in my. I told you.
No. So when I say quiet, it definitely is. I told you. I mean, come on.
Told you. Now we both drowning.
but it's definitely, typically I would be a lot louder and a lot more angry. But I'm definitely in the fold my legs, lean back, I told you so, with my shoulder like this, cute, and still telling you, told
I
you
told
so.
you so, but it's so at the end of the day, we're on the boat together. We gotta see what happens. But essentially, I was back to the original point. TikTok gone as of tomorrow, in the sense of it won't be updated and maintained. So eventually, it will fizzle out because it won't work properly. Now, will it be enforced? Who knows? If I'm sorry, Biden already said he's not going to enforce it for the remainder of his term, which it's not long, but that means the law will be in place, but he's not going to fine them. He's not going to make them pay the fines, so they can operate and still update and all this stuff. And then not TikTok wouldn't pay the fines. It'd be like Apple and Android and all that. People who carry the operating systems, they would get fined. So they're not going to enforce it. Trump could come in and enforce it. Trump could come in and not enforce it. I think I saw something where he says he's going to do some 90-day stay of the thing. I don't know.
And I don't understand that, but
I don't know. It's a wait and see. But as of right now, the law is going to be upheld. Supposedly, we'll see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We still can, if you have TikTok, you can still use it. You just will not be allowed to download it if you don't have it. You can still upload to it. You can still get money off of it if you already have it. It's just eventually it's going to erode. So people are already flocking to other avenues. This will be on our YouTube probably next week. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow.
Please do.
And share. Well, I'll find you. I swear to God. All right.
He's going to find you through your TikTok.
To your goddamn TikTok. Me a bite dancing like this. And then, we're gonna, I'm gonna put us on all socials soon, including X. Is they sometimes you gotta get dirty money on. But it is what it is. But then this guy, I know it kind of wind it down, but this guy, I don't know if you know him, but you might not know him. Kevin Leary, the dude from Shark Tank, the bald.
Yes. I know about. Yes, I do know him.
We're gonna get to him a little later, but he's offered to buy TikTok for $20 billion cash, and people are like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, but no, that's just now all social media will be controlled by Trump devotees. It is what it is. All right, well, moving along.
Jesus.
What else is happening in these 18 days? They did my boy Obeezy dirty, man.
Who?
They forced my boy Obeezy
to
sit next to this dumpster fire Trump.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know what it is about us black and brown people who we always trying to take the high road. I think that Obama was the only one.
You spoke French. We
do. Majority
me.
Of us do.
Me,
he doesn't. I'm not. He's not lying.
Hell no.
But anyway,
best time to kick a man's way down. You're already down there.
So I think they picked straws, and Obama got chosen to sit next to Trump.
I think Obama had to be the one to sit next to Trump because he's the only one that could tolerate his shit on TV. What's his name? Bush not gonna do it.
Let me tell you something.
Bush wife don't fuck with him.
All of them people walked in, and none of them acknowledged that man. They walked right past
by him.
And I'm not gonna hold you. That's the energy I'm on.
Oh yeah, we can be in the same room. I ain't got to talk to you.
I ain't saying.
I forget.
I can't see you.
Some magazine. I don't know what magazine it was. I'm sure they're going to be shut down because of it. When they took the picture of the funeral, is the procession? Does it go to procession, or is it the audience? Procession is when you're walking out, right?
Yes.
So of the audience, because it's a lot of American presidents there. They took out an angle where you saw every president and their wife, minus Michelle, and when they got to Obama, they had this thing perfectly in the way, so you couldn't see Trump and his wife. So all you got was all of them in that. Is it right? No, I mean he is the president. You have to give the man the respect of the position, even though he doesn't respect it.
Like what kind of respect?
You do
like
put him in
like
the picture, but
Aretha,
like
Aretha RESPECT respect, or like the hood respect, like RESPECK or something like that. Like
if you're gonna put George Bush Jr. in the picture, you gotta put Trump in the picture. Because Bush Jr. is like Trump, like
you know.
It's just Trump did so much shit. We just like all right, we'll rock with him.
And it's true. And it's true.
If I got to pick on him, I'm gonna rock with him. But he did nefarious things too.
But when someone who is lighter still don't want to fuck with you,
right?
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
That's a problem.
When the bad guy is like, nah.
When the bad guy is like, whoa.
What his position is, and even if he wasn't the president, he was a president. If he didn't get reelected, he still was a president. He should be in that picture because it is living history and all that. I understand as the aesthetics of it. I mean, because honestly, if Putin was there, they would have put him in that picture. He's a dignitary. He's a world leader.
Let me tell you something.
Was it funny? I think it was hilarious.
Clearly, aesthetic doesn't matter.
But it was a good picture
nowadays.
It was a good
because the way politics is going at this point, none of what is supposed to look like it's supposed to look looks.
Can we just box these niggas already?
Listen, Jasmine Crockett.
I wanted her to be like, bet. I want to make bet. Let's go outside.
Jasmine Crockett.
But you know what they would have said? She was the aggressor. She would have.
And this is why she kept talking.
Right.
And didn't, because first of all, if you don't know.
Right. Let's don't. What happened? Jasmine Crockett was doing Jasmine Crockett things and letting it be known what the truth is about a certain situation. I forget the situation. And Jasmine Crockett is true to her culture. So, we be like, all right, child. And so she said child, not child.
She wasn't saying child. She wasn't calling her a child. Saying child is a phrase, almost like child, I can't even do it. Right. Child, I don't even know why.
Right.
Child.
It's a point maker. It's an emphasis.
Yes.
You're emphasizing something. And so the snowflake lady, she got mad.
I think snowflake is a compliment, but
no, she's snowflake because she was white. And
I know what you're trying to say.
So she got mad and fired us. But don't call me the child. If you want, we could take this outside,
baby. If you ever give me an invitation for outside,
I want Jasmine to be like,
"We're going outside.
Are we adjourned?
We're going to go outside, and not only are we going to go outside."
Nah, man.
It ain't gonna even probably be no fair ones outside because I'm probably gonna have people outside there waiting for you while we're going outside. We could do it right there too.
The camera's right here. Let's beatbox these cameras.
Inviting someone outside
in any culture
is a no. It's like saying your mama.
It's not even a no. You can't say, oh, that's not what I meant. It's a misunderstanding. There is no culture, at least in America, that when you tell somebody we could step outside, the person will think, oh, we're going to have a conversation. And no, it's like, oh, you trying to do something.
No.
We could take this outside means we could throw hands.
Yes. That's like somebody saying, oh, I'm going to my car. I'll be right back.
First off, you're not leaving.
So for those of you who don't know the cues, we giving you the cues.
Right. If you hear somebody say, I'm going to my car, I'll be right back. Don't let that motherfucker leave, or you need to leave.
Because anybody that's going to go to their car and come back,
they're going to shoot that shit up.
Okay. These are not,
right,
hard things to not know.
Right. Even if you didn't know it, just off the tone, you're like, I don't think he's going to go get Bibles.
Right. I'm going to my car. I'll be right back. No.
Thou shalt retire to thine vehicle and make haste back to thee. No.
So again, circling back to just Obama. I think he just was being gracious. I don't think Trump is that funny. That laugh that Obama was doing was fake as hell.
That's the code switch we all know we got to do. We all do it. We all got our work laugh. Jim, you're so hilarious. And then we have our laugh with our friends. Like, nigga, use is fucking crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, unfortunately, I no longer have the to differ between how I act at work and how I act out because they done merged.
Well,
unfortunately.
Well, but I ain't got to worry about that because I quit my job to make this shit work and then they banned TikTok.
But when needed, I can code switch. And he was definitely code switching. Like, you know.
Yes. What are you going to act out at a prominent president's funeral?
Now, don't get me wrong. I wish that he would have just walked right past him.
Right. We all wish, but
at the end of the day, I completely understand
why he couldn't.
And no, not even. Why he just wouldn't.
Right. Because he
could have.
Because he could.
He could have.
He could.
But
if he did, even all those people walking by, nobody would have said nothing. It would have just been focused on, look what Obama did.
Hence, sliding into his wife now.
She didn't attend. So?
What?
But now it's on this whole big thing. Obama can't control his wife. Why is she not showing up?
First of all,
he can't.
Control his wife.
First of all, he can't.
It's crazy.
Nor does he want to. But even if he did,
he can't.
He can't. I got two ladies. Ask which one I can control. Neither.
None.
I got two daughters. I don't control them. I have no control in my household whatsoever. Right? It is what it is. You're not going to control a strong woman.
Yeah.
But who wants? I mean, I can't say who wants to. I know who wants to. But it's not fun.
There is no fun in having a woman by your side that cannot challenge you. Now, it might be... It might be fun.
You know.
Right. It might be fun for some folks, but there's no desire in me to want to sit by.
It's fun for weak niggas. I'll be honest with you. It's fun for weak niggas.
Listen, we both have balls of some sort. I got mine in the front, and a man has his in between his legs. However, I would prefer someone who can lead in a particular type of way.
Right.
But I also would want someone to know when to fall back because he knows that I can take the lead in this sort of arena.
And that's the best shit. Ooh, that's the best shit.
Yes. And so people who want...
I'm not sending my own food back. They ain't having it.
Right.
I'm like, hey.
People who want weak...
willed.
Yeah. I don't want to say weak. So let me back it up.
Docile.
What you say?
Docile, timid.
I don't know what to call it because I'm not about that life.
Bitch made.
People who want women who are extremely submissive without thought. Is that good?
That was nice. That was nice. Extremely submissive
without thought.
That was an email statement.
I feel sad for them because there's no way I would want to be in a space with my buddy a dummy.
I bet you that sex is trash too.
Oh.
Shut up, Martha.
Front, right, left, side, back, front. I'm good off that.
They do that type of missionary where they stare intently.
Oh God. Shit is scary.
I'm coming. I've came. Good job. Thank you.
We've made Rosemary's Baby. It's
not fun.
The fact that they're harping on this woman the way they are because she's not
ring lights is hot, bro.
because she's not attending is crazy when Trump nor his wife attended the
inauguration when Michelle Obama invited him to the house. the peaceful transfer of power between him and Biden. None of it. He boycotted all of it. They're going crazy because Michelle's not going to inauguration. It's unladylike. When what happened to when they go low, we go high.
Well, that's where you got her fucked up. She's not a lady. She's a woman. Huh? Ladylike. What is like what?
It's my thing is they're making it seem like that's the worst thing anybody could do. But just 4 years ago, this man skipped everything that a president is supposed to do. And you're trying to crucify a president's wife? Suck the dick she don't got.
You know, what I've come to realize, especially after hearing the people
looking at my mic and it's messing up the video. I keep doing that.
the people who are performing for Trump as of late.
I'm disappointed.
People are online and they're like, it's messed up, blah, blah, blah. Now your choice is your choice. But what I've realized in all of this is that a couple of years ago, Chrisette Michele performed for Trump. She has been canceled since.
Ended her career.
Basically ended her career.
Done. People gave her death threats, all this and the other gave her hell.
So I'm saying this to say, now Michelle Obama is not attending certain things. Unfortunately, all that says to me is that America just simply hates Black women. And I say that because the energy that Chrisette Michele got, or the energy that Michelle Obama is getting, the people who are performing for Trump will not get that same energy.
Let's name them. Rick Ross performed for Trump. Soulja Boy performed for Trump. Now, I said those two names first. I don't give a fuck about them. I knew what they was about when I first seen them.
Right.
But then you got Nelly performing for Trump. And he's just above Rick Ross, what I don't care about. But the one I care about the most is Snoop Dogg performed for Trump. And now what gets on my nerves about that is, one, he is a big figure and fixture in the Black community for positivity, even though in his past he's done stuff, but look at all the things he's done. And he portrayed the air of a very pro-Black individual. Now, you have all the rights to perform for who you want to do and make decisions for your life.
Absolutely.
But then you cannot do that for someone who is against your people, even though he says he's not. The evidence and track record says it.
Now, I'm going to take you one step better.
One step better?
Yeah, okay. Just one step better.
One step. Let me see.
You basically built your career on kind of like fuck the police.
Fuck the establishment.
Because of the way that they treated people like us.
Mm-hmm.
You are now today performing for someone who is giving and or wants to give police officers blanket immunity.
Blanket immunity.
And let's be clear here. I'm never not going to say that people can't change, because they can.
You can, and you have the right to.
But at the end of the day, no matter how much money you are making, you know what they still see?
A nigga. I might never bleep it out. A nigga. Because look what they did with Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash, we all love Stacey. I loved me some Stacey Dash when I was growing up. And she went to the Republican side and they just touted her out there and look at all the things. And as soon as they won, they was done with her. She's like, "Can I get a job?" They was like, "No."
Unfortunately, she was clearly clueless for real.
Right. So now, when the last time you heard about Stacey Dash? Dashed her ass right up out of here.
She tried to.
Yeah, and we was like, "No, this door's closed." Now with Snoop, this is a man who has bashed other Black people for not supporting other Black people. Remember, he went on this whole tirade on Gayle King because she said something negative about another Black person.
Oh, he did.
But then you go and
Oh, not the sand dance.
For this man who has disparaged black people his entire adult life. So you can't tell me, oh, I'm pro-black, and then go perform for the Klan. Not saying that they're the Klan, but that's the equivalent. You can't say I'm about my black people and then go chill with people who are trying to give the people who kill your people power.
Yeah.
Or not power, complete immunity. Because they won't abuse that power. Right. Meanwhile, they just killed another unarmed 16-year-old serving a no-knock warrant in his house. Wrong house, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
But whatever. Story for another day. So, you can't get mad at somebody who's saying, I'm not going to attend this person's uprising or empowerment when I don't believe in them.
Right.
But when they did it, it's cool.
And again, people change. But your family, your entire family is not famous. And your nephew or your cousin, when cops go down the block and they decide to do something, you just have to remember who you stood with when you stood with who you stood with.
Right.
And
this is not to say that something should happen to their family.
No, absolutely not. I'm just using that as the example to say,
they might just like
your protection of who you are and who your immediate family is. Your reach is not across the board, and that's just that.
Like they don't know, and this is God forbid anything happens to anybody.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want
anything. They don't know what your kid looks like. They don't know what your wife looks like. So to them, if they stop them, they just another black person. They're gonna treat them the same.
Right.
And then after the fact, God forbid something happened. Oh, this is whose? If they even care at that point.
Even if they, yeah.
Don't try and dance with the people who don't care about you, man. It's as simple as that. And that's just for everyday life. If the people that you're surrounding yourself have proven that they don't rock with you, stop putting yourself around these people just to be around people. Once you learn to rock with yourself, the people who's supposed to rock with you going to flock around you. They're just going to come naturally.
But maybe that's his version of rocking with himself.
How? Because you're trying to play both sides of the fence now. Because you went on this whole tirade on Instagram and you're calling all these people Uncle Toms and all this house nigga shit, but you the one tip-topping and tap dancing up on this stage. They got you in the suit behind the thing, doing your little money. What happened to murder was the case that they gave us, gangster?
I don't know. What was the guy's name in the Django?
Oh, Samuel Jackson character. What that nigga doing on this nag? Oh man, it's gonna be so many bleeps in this train. Whatever.
Sorry, y'all.
I ain't. So all I'm saying is leave Michelle alone before we throw hands with you. I don't care.
Yeah, because if I was Michelle, I'm not going either. And it's her birthday weekend.
Word. She might go there.
Spar up, boo.
Because what if she's not going for Obama's sake? Because if Trump say something to her, man, maybe he call her a nasty person, all that.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if she anything like the way I know she is,
right?
Obama ain't got to say nothing. As soon as Trump say something out of order, to lean front.
Forget. You think the slap was bad?
Lean front.
You're gonna have a whole Secret Service fight up there.
And correctiveness is immediately in order. Okay. If I have caught myself at work at times when people have done things going to pop people's hands because that's the automatic mother in me. Okay, it's wrong, and I ain't got no business doing it. But baby, it's a knee-jerk reaction.
If Obama fought Trump, who goes to jail? Because that's still a president and a former president fighting. They both got Secret Service details. So the Secret Service got to go at each other too?
Nobody goes to jail because I feel like didn't they create immunity, or was that only created for Trump?
It's only Trump. It's only Trump stuff. It's Trump.
Oh,
Nobody gets immunity except Trump.
only a current standing president gets the immunity.
They have it's for decisions made in a presidential fashion, and something like that. It has to be a presidential decision. My kids is crazy. All right. So I just leave Michelle alone, because if you're not going to hold a former president to these standards, shut the fuck up. Suck the dick, she ain't got it, and I'm gonna leave that in. All right, moving along on to some lighter stuff. Cam versus Jimmy, bro, what's going on? Like, what happened?
Harlem versus non-Harlem.
Right,
but Harlem.
Right. I'm like, I don't understand. So from what you're more connected to that stuff than I am.
So
let me tell you what I know and tell me if I'm wrong.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't keep up with it after a certain point because I was like, this is foolishness.
It is foolishness.
And at the end of the day, and I like Jim, but Jim, you sensitive for no reason. No, he is sensitive. Because this is not the first time.
No, I know.
Okay.
But I don't know who it started. From what I gathered, Jimmy did an interview, and then Cam and Mace responded. But when the Instagram reporters said Cam said something first.
It's the Instagram reporters.
So I don't know who started what.
Jimmy was asked a question, and in the question that he was asked, he responded, but he overly responded. He went into talking about how Mace never really liked the Cam, and
but they grew up together. But that's a well-known Harlem fact. They grew up together, like literally grew up together.
Jim seemed to be doing the most.
Okay.
Wasn't
he on their show at one point as the weatherman or some shit like that?
Nah, that's his own thing.
That's his own thing? I could have sworn he was on their show.
He might have been, but that's he's always done like the weatherman on his own. I
don't pay attention to the nigga.
Jim started it.
I mean,
and Cam replied.
Only
and Mace ate popcorn.
That's the best part of this whole thing.
Best popcorn ever ate on TV, I promise.
I've never seen nobody eat and say so much without saying nothing.
He did a very good job.
The level of petty was chef's kiss.
Yes, it
was perfect. I loved it.
I love petty.
That was
my favorite thing.
I don't know. I hope they get it together because they
will. They will. I think that Cam definitely knows how Jim can be already.
Right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if behind closed doors they're just doing this to monetize.
Right. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, somebody got an album coming out.
But soon. I think that the money it came after the fact, not before.
Got you.
Okay.
It was like, we're gonna get paid for this. Let's keep it going.
Right. Because Jim definitely in my opinion,
because that
stirred that
tirade that Cam went on, I was like, yeesh.
Yeah, because he went in and said, "Oh, Mace was." He was like, Mace was shitting on Cam. Like he was just.
But when they was like,
he just
when
was.
They was like, Mace taught you to rap.
He did
said
though.
It yourself, and then they showed all the clips of him saying that. I was like, damn, bro, they kind of flamed you. So it's like, I hope they get over it because it's y'all older than me, and I'm old. So she's older than me too. So they older than her.
They are. They are.
So let's stop it and pull your pants up. Jesus Christ. 50 years old, you're still sagging your jeans, disgusting, and not being all about
it's like, pull out your clip and turn it back into a dick. Sorry.
All right. Moving right along to the weirdest sex scandal that I think this is the dumbest shit I ever heard.
It's so complicated to me.
To me, it's just like nothing happened. So what's the problem?
My child had to explain it to me, but I'm not gonna hold you. He was offering $2 million.
1.5. I'm just saying.
Get him ready.
Okay, so here's what I get of it. But like I said, when it's too dumb, I just keep it moving. But it's just so much. She's a former hairstylist, or
she was
wardrobe?
doing the oh God, I don't know what the white guy's name. So
Skip Bayless. I know
right.
who was it.
So she was
his
doing his hair
makeup
and stuff
or his hair?
first.
Okay.
One of them things.
So he wanted to clap cheeks. He offered 1.5. That's a business deal. She turned it down. From what I know, that was the end of it. Okay. It really does go against HR.
It does.
But everybody at work does stuff that HR does not approve of.
Oh, baby, because I would have been fired since the aid.
I was about to say, you know what? No, let's not open that door. Because we got people who still work there. All right. But everybody, once you're cool and close, do things that is HR saw, it's a wrap. Now, we don't offer 1.5 million to clap cheeks. I don't think cheeks is worth 1.5 million ever.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I probably would have did the offer.
I would have did it. I don't have a job.
Offer me up.
So, but whatever. So then she wants to have a suit for that, right? But then in the suit, she's tearing down other people. She's saying that Joy, which I love me some Joy. I loved her when she was just like the mediator.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a beautiful woman. And I like her takes on sports. She knows what she's talking about. A lot of people don't think she does, but she does. It's opinionated, or whatever. A lot of people say she got her position because her brother was a prominent football player. So, even if it is, so
isn't America built off of
nepotism all the time?
You already know what I was going to say.
All the time. And what do we say? You know, it's not what you know. It's
who you know.
For everything you need. That's why we network. That's why we do things. Right. Hey, remember me? Oh yeah. Do you have no? Oh yeah. Come on in. That's how it works. Okay. Then she's saying she slept her way to where she got to. Okay. So.
Oh. But I have a problem with that because I'm not someone who would necessarily sleep my way.
You don't have to. That's your choice. But you are where you are, nigga.
Accept your fate.
You stand on your morals and the size of your paycheck. That is to me as two consenting adults. They did what they did and I got something out of it. How many times have y'all slept with somebody to get into the club, to get a drink, to do this, to do that, to do that? How many times have you dudes slept with a girl because it's cold outside and you ain't got nowhere to stay? What's the big joke on this time of year? Ooh. Dudes is shacking up with not so good looking women because she getting an income tax check, right? Yeah. That's the joke of the time, right?
Gotta watch out for them boys that just got jean jackets to wear for the winter.
Right. So we accept it in all other fashions, but when somebody does it in the privacy of their own thing, we she this and she that, she this and she that. They saying, oh, she slept with her co-host. So
listen.
Matter of fact, she said they was in a relationship. So they had a relationship.
Listen, I would tell my child that 1.5, mama gotta have a life too.
Yo, you want some nice things? I got an invitation.
Mama gotta have a life too.
Skip Bayless was like, probably 60, 65 at the time. How long that's going to take?
Piece of pie, piece of cake.
Make 1.5 million in 5 minutes? Shit,
literally.
Let's do it. And if you a good hoe, I learned on Pimps Up and Hoes Down from one of these hoes that was like, they call it tricking because you really not doing nothing. Like if you giving head, they supposed to say you just really beating them off and you're not really giving them head. That's how I call it trick because you tricking them into thinking you doing shit.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
Sorry, all I saw was that lady. Surprise, surprise.
My thing is, okay, so they said the biggest thing that would have been crazy, and I don't even know if it's true, because in any court, they're going to say it's hearsay. In any court of law, you're going to say it's hearsay. Is when they said, Joy said she's sleeping with an executive, and eventually she's going to say he pushed himself on her and move up even further. If no one else heard her say that, that's not going to stand up in court. You don't have that recorded. You don't have that in writing. You could just be, you know what, last week, I saw you shoot 6 niggas.
So here's my thing. How long did she work there? And what's making her tell now?
She don't work there no more.
But so when did she get let go and
I
or
don't
not
know,
work
but
there no
I bet
more?
you that 1.5 would help.
Yeah, I don't know. You know,
She don't work there no more. And
I am not celebrating prostitution if that's what it's
shit, why
supposed to
not?
be.
Celebrate the fuck out of
But
it. It's the oldest profession.
I know what I would do.
It's the oldest profession.
It is the oldest. It is. Ooh, it is.
So
it really is.
do what you got to do. I don't care. I'm not buying it. But I also don't buy cocaine. So
I'm not buying that shit either.
So it's like they ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not my market. It's nothing to do with me.
Oh God!
I'm just saying, like,
because it really is the oldest profession.
So if you're mad that you didn't get that offer, then be mad. But I bet you a lot of you motherfuckers look at that shit. 1.5 for 5 minutes of work, shit.
It might have been even 3 messing with me.
Right, like the white person.
It might have been 3.
30 seconds and we on vacation.
It might have been 3.
So I say what grown folks are doing, if they ain't hurting nobody, whatever. Now, if they was doing something to you, then my whole thing at this point is always been, why did you wait so long? And you can say that's victim blaming, and I get it. A little bit. I get it.
However,
but you're not doing this because you want to get them in trouble and go to jail. You want money.
I want money. Lots
you want money.
Lots of money.
But when you had a chance to have some money, when you had the chance to make a quick 1.5, you too good for it.
Almost doesn't count.
Right, but now you're like, damn, yo, I ain't got no job.
But
if you're being harassed at work constantly,
if you're being harassed at work, it definitely needs to be addressed,
Speak
right?
up. And I get it, people have this own fear thing, but you know what? Get over it and speak up because it's going to continue. We tell that to kids all the time. Somebody's bullying you, speak up. Speak up. And nobody should be harassing anybody at work. But also, the harassment things at work are, you know what, sometimes a little bit fucking retarded. Because if I'm talking to you and we're cool, say we're dating, and nobody at the office knows we're dating, but we pass by and we have a little flirtatious moment, and Jill from accounting sees it, she can say we sexually harassed her.
Nobody wants you, Jill.
Nobody wants you, Jill. Jill, shitty ass red fucking terrible lipstick, you little soak ass glass. Fuck you, Jill.
Nobody wants you, Jill.
Oh, fucked up ass wig.
But
this is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm harassing you at work, there should be things. But
absolutely.
But if we're consenting adults,
that's time is always an issue, because that's why I asked the question, like, so how long was it before she got let go?
In between, I don't know.
Right, in between, because I think partially that does matter, right? It does matter, but it doesn't permitting the situation, right? Because maybe I'm not there anymore, and now I can say something because my job was being threatened if I was still there, if I said something.
You're less likely to lose your job.
But you get what I mean.
Right, if you say something while you're there. You're less. I don't know. I'm going to tell you why. Because in the way it is nowadays, once you speak up, now it's like, okay, it's out there. Because now everybody's saying everybody's saying FS1 is a fuck fest, apparently.
Right.
But now, if I get fired,
they sound like they're doctors working at a hospital. Everybody's just fucking everybody, because that happens at hospitals. Nurses and doctors, everybody just be fucking everybody.
That doesn't happen at hospitals. That happens.
That didn't happen at
every hospital.
Everybody just be humping on everybody.
Hospital. I was going to the hospital like, don't touch anything. If it's sticky, yes, it is. That's exactly what it is.
So
I work in the hospital. It's gross.
So I just, all I'm saying is that I hope that she should have just took that 1.5. I don't know the full scope of the story.
But here's the thing. She didn't say after he made the offer, he kept
going. Right.
It's like, hey, listen, little thing. You know how old this is. Hey, look at here. Look at here. You touching me? Then put something in your pocket too.
You touching me? You touching
and I give you 1.5. And you like, right? And if you turn, all right, say he did that right, and he was in a position of power at that company. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. He was.
That's why I'm like, someone
And you
having a
turned
certain
it
amount of
down.
power.
You turned it down, right? Because you felt uncomfortable, whatever. You turned it down. You kept being his hairstylist. He never made another thing for you again.
Another pass,
He
right?
kept it professional after that. Was it inappropriate? Highly. But then people could say if somebody asks you out on a date in a certain space, inappropriate. What is the term? Like, if you're a beautiful girl at work, I'm feeling you. Everybody say shoot your shot, right?
Everybody does say shoot your shot.
It's lunchtime. I shoot my shot.
And I believe majority of people meet their partners at work.
You shoot your shot, she shoots you down, you keep it breezy. Next thing you in HR, and you're like, I just asked her on a date, bro. That's not appropriate at work. Jill, you are fucking Reggie.
And Reggie is fucking Tom.
And Reggie is fucking Tom. This is weird here, okay? I'm just trying to join the Freak Fest, and now I'm in trouble.
I don't. It's just
it's a muddy thing, and I get it. Nobody should be harassed at work. Nobody should be made to feel uncomfortable in their workplace, male or female. We forget about the dudes. I think dudes get harassed a hell of a lot more than we let on. I didn't say than women. I say than we let on.
No, that was me thinking like,
because people make comments to us that we just got to take.
You like it.
That's what they say. Now I got Jill rubbing on my shoulders, and the hair on my arms is standing up.
I have never.
Oh, see, bitch. No, Jill's not a real person, but Jill is a real person. That I'm not saying real names. I don't want to get sued for the money I don't have.
Oh, she did rub your shoulders.
Right. Right.
Oh.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, that was a flashback.
You're right. Uncomfortable.
It really did happen to him.
Right.
Damn.
But I can't say nothing. Oh, it was all right. Well, I punched Jill in her face. Don't say nothing.
Oh, man.
So I fight back.
We've had some time.
You're not taking my flower.
The flower already been taken.
Not that flower. That flower.
Oh man, but yeah, it's just
my thing is the whole thing to me seems like a money grab and full of shit, and then you're trying to drag other people in it, and you're trying to ruin this woman's career, who you called a friend, and you never mentioned, to my knowledge, you never mentioned anything about a fallout between y'all.
What about your friends?
Right.
Yeah.
I keep my circle in a square. I want to see all the corners. Went over a few y'all here, but it's cool. Anyway, moving on. Don't want to play. They mad loud in my hallway, bro. Oh my god, yo. And I hope y'all can't hear them. Anyway, what is up with the weather? And I'm talking about in America, because there's no such thing as climate change. So what is going on? Why is Jesus trying to freeze us and burn down California?
It's
First, before we say, I feel my hearts go out to everybody in California affected, rich or poor.
Right.
It's such a once in a lifetime freak thing that's going on over there. It doesn't make sense. The only thing it can be attributed to is climate change. Florida is frozen. We ain't getting no orange juice. Eggs is $2,000 in your drip of your firstborn's blood.
I saw some children from where I used to work that are now like 28 years old, which makes me feel extremely old. But anyway.
Right.
And we were discussing the weather in Florida. And
I just came back from there.
What I basically said was this. I didn't know any better, but I definitely should have spent more time down south learning how to lay the land. I didn't take advantage.
Oh, I know how. It don't matter if the land is frozen.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is that having your own land
Right.
and knowing what to do with it and seeing how all of these things are changing with climate change, because it does exist for all you people that clearly don't like science.
I mean, it's pretty simple science too.
Well, but
I mean, it's pretty rudimentary science.
but what? Well,
yeah.
I was like, I think I fucked up because
You fucked up, AA Ron.
Yeah, I did because clearly we going down.
Not me. I'm a survivor, man. I'm gonna be all right. I know what to eat, what not to eat, know how to blaze a tree.
Because to be frozen on one side and to be blazing on another side, and to not pay attention to what's going on.
Right, these shifting patterns.
It's too much.
The temperature of the sea is steadily rising, which is causing glaciers to melt, which is rising the sea level.
Right.
How about no one talks about the fact that they say New York is sinking, but it's not sinking. The water levels are rising. That's a huge problem. The ice caps are melting.
And we just keep building buildings.
On the ice caps, apparently. Like, for all of you who don't know, which is, I don't see how you wouldn't know, but maybe you're just not paying attention to it. There are 3 million wildfires apparently going on in California. I mean, it's like a good 6 or 7, maybe 8.
Yeah.
Wildfires going on. Now, we all know that California has wildfires, right? So that's no surprise. But what's making this crazy is a couple of factors. One, where the wildfires are.
Mm-hmm.
And two, the reason it's spreading. They are having an unprecedented wind event in California. And what I mean by that, the winds are like 60 to 80 miles per hour.
Oh, God, that would just push me so bad.
You would be with the wizard and the Lollipop Guild.
No, seriously.
You're gone.
Out of here.
All right. So one wildfire turns into many because it blows the embers. And you cannot keep up with it. And because the winds are so crazy, the normal things they use, like the planes and really the helicopters, they use the helicopters. Yes, they had to bring in the planes. They can't operate in the winds. So there's nothing to get. So they had to bring in a whole bunch of planes, and when the winds die, try and get the helicopters. It's still going. And a lot of people, rich and poor, have lost their homes. And before we're a celebrity, we're human. We're all human. And I get that celebrities are more well off than us because they have money. That doesn't mean their house is burning down.
Weren't still of value, wasn't sentimental,
Right. It doesn't mean that they don't have things of great importance to them in their house. Like, Dion Cole, if you don't know him, he's a really I think he's a really famous comedian, but maybe he's not to the level of
he's good,
but he's known.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the hospital for his whole birthday.
Oh.
He the day he got released, he's driving to his house. He had to rush into his house because his house had just caught on fire. And he rushed into his house, and he didn't save all this, that, and the other. He went in there to get the bouquet of flowers, I don't know if it roses, that his mother gave him before he died. That's the one thing he went back for. So imagine people who couldn't get things like that, pictures of their families. Maybe their loved one passing, their ashes was in there or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, so when I see a lot of people online, like, oh, this is a celebrity, who cares about it? Like,
no, because pictures, those pictures and stuff like that, memories don't live like people do. You know what I mean? It's.
I almost did it. I didn't.
You could have.
Memories don't.
But it doesn't. And when you look at a picture and it gives you,
peace, joy,
something in your heart that moves that just comfort. Can't be replaced.
Right.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. And the lack of empathy and sympathy. Not saying you got to send nobody money, but to be like, who cares that your house burned down? What about the poor people? Yes, the poor people too. The poor people too. Now, are they in a worse position than these people who are more well off? Of course they are. But it doesn't take away from what they lost either.
Right.
So let's send our love to everybody and hope that, be glad that a lot more people haven't died, because I'm pretty sure there's a death toll. I haven't looked at that. I haven't.
Last time I checked, I think it was 16, but I'm sure
right.
it's
But
way more than that.
Even for that to be that low is a blessing, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So let's be glad that people are able to get out. Let's pray for these firefighters. Let's pray for these inmates that are out there doing it. And I'll say a whole other thing on that, where people are like, how y'all going to force inmates to go do that? That has been a thing since
it
forever.
has been a thing, and
they even have a TV show about it.
It is a thing, and bless them for doing a different type of change.
Because one, that is not a forced program.
It's not forced.
It's voluntary, and they get, I think, extra commissary for it.
And that the argument is how much their wage is.
Right, but you know what? They know how much their wage is, and they still chose to do it. No, they're not being made to do this. All right? Let's give it up for the volunteer fighters who are out there who don't get any money at all for this.
Let's give it up for them being willing to be utilized. Because there are many people who are in jail, and jail is not doing much of anything for them. It's supposed to be a place of,
reformation, but
it's not. And I think what's happening over there and what they're doing is a huge step forward.
It's commendable.
It is. It is.
And I hope they're safe. I hope the firefighters say. I hope this gets under control extremely sooner than later. But the wind event is still going on.
It's still wind. Yeah.
So, and that's over there. Over here, New York, we're kind of used to the cold. We're used to the cold. This time of year, it gets just a little bit more colder before it gets nice.
I think the problem with New York right now is that the temperatures are varying way too far apart. Like right now, it's 40 something degrees.
Right.
But tomorrow is probably going to be 9.
Right. And that's the swing. That's where the science is like, hey, this is a problem, because it's cold in New York. It gets cold this time of year. It's supposed to be cold here.
Right.
For all you people out who are like in November, like, oh, it's 80. This is great. That's a problem. It's not good.
It is. I'm looking at people like, cold,
right?
Like, why you
right? Yeah, no, bad.
Yeah, no,
red
definitely
flags.
Yeah. Well, we see who pays attention to red flags and who doesn't.
Right. That's why you got to jump. But Florida and the states down south, as the more you go further down, the warmer it gets. North Carolina does get a winter. Virginia gets a winter, but not.
South Carolina was 38 degrees the other day.
Listen, I was in
South Carolina.
I was in Florida 2-3 weeks ago. There was a couple 30 days and like in the morning.
And it's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not good for the crops down there, for things that grow down there. Because of things like this, we are in an egg shortage. If you don't know, there's an egg shortage right now. That's why eggs are ridiculously high. And that's why there's a limit of what you can buy.
Oh, I didn't know they put a limit on it.
At my supermarket right here, you can buy 2 dozen eggs,
and that's it.
And that's it in one go, because you can walk outside and come back in. But in one go, you can only buy 2 dozen, and here it's cheap. It's $6. That's cheap. My wife went to BJ's the other day. BJ's something. No, Food Bazaar. She went to Food Bazaar. Egg was like $11.
Oh.
$11. So
I don't eat.
I don't eat eggs no more.
I don't eat eggs like that, and if I do, it's like just egg white.
I'm about to get me a chicken.
So back to what I was saying. I really should have took advantage of being down south and learning some things.
No, you couldn't, because the chicken's frozen down south. That's why the egg shortage. What's gonna know how to do it?
Because my grandmother definitely had a chicken coop. Yeah. She had some pigs in the backyard.
I bet you it was warm.
Yeah, it was warm.
Them chickens are like, yo, bro, I ain't breaking no eggs.
And it was warm.
It's cold as well. The chickens about to start unionizing.
Good luck.
They better not, nigga.
Good luck in this.
Because black folk gonna raise you. Take my chicken.
Good luck in this.
White people like chicken more than black people. I'm putting that out on the record.
Are you?
They do.
Mm.
They do.
Why? Because everything tastes like chicken, or they just
right? Yes, everything tastes like chicken. So yeah, I love it. Nigga. I was racist. I'm sorry.
That was so racist.
It's true. So anyway, so climate change is real. It's affecting our food. So it means prices of things are going to go up. Price of things are going to go up for other reasons too, but we're not going to get into that. I think we spoke about that guy enough. For this episode, he always finds a way in our episode. We gotta fine tune these.
What?
This dude, Trump, he just does so much shit.
and it can't stop, won't stop.
We got 4 years of this shit.
Or forever.
I'm not putting it out there, but the ducks.
They looking a
little rowish.
It's looking real Handmaid's Tale-ish.
Right.
It really is.
Like,
damn.
That's all right.
Damn.
I'll fight for you. I got daughters. I got a lot of them. I'll fight for you. Or
1.5.
1.5. Looking a little high, ain't it? I don't know, man. It's crazy. But hey, we'll get through it. It's only 18 days in.
It's
and a lot of this happened before.
it's really too much for the mind to currently consume, because literally every other day something is happening.
Every other day.
New York City, before we exit, MTA. Oh, whose way is you going?
Yo, nah. Somebody from the MTA gotta come see me.
Who? What?
Somebody from the MTA gotta come see me. We gotta throw hands, B. Because you obviously think I'm a bitch ass nigga.
Oh, you is?
Because you gotta come see me, my man. I bought a single ride the other day. Not because I wanted to.
Because you didn't have no choice.
Because I had no choice. Because you got these new bum ass Omni machines that don't make no sense.
It looked like it don't make no sense. I'm so happy I just tapped.
It don't make no sense. We're gonna get on that shit in a second. I go to the regular MetroCard machine because I'm like, we have 4 at my train station of the MetroCard machines. They got rid of 3 for them bitch ass Omni machines, so we got the 1.
So the new hoe don't work, but the old hoe still do.
No, I went for the old hoe. The old hoe don't work because the niggas who want the fucking dollar swipe keep breaking the shit.
Oh, so they could charge for the swipe.
So the shit was only taking single rides. I'm like, I gotta get my kid. So, and it was cold. Otherwise, I would have walked. But it was cold. So I bought a single ride. I'm like, all right, $290. It's gonna cost me $290. That's what it costs anyway. $325. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. Something ain't right. Why am I paying $325 for a $290 ride? But because it prints out that paper card, you got to pay for that paper card.
Got him.
So you pay $325 to swipe the paper card that only takes $290, and then what you do with the card?
Throw it in the trash.
And it's made on what type of paper?
What type of paper?
Recyclable paper. So they take the shit, recycle it, put it back in the machine.
You seem angry.
Yeah, because I'm getting pimped.
That is some pimp shit right there.
On a system where niggas is setting motherfuckers on fire. Apparently now, according to you, niggas is setting fires next to niggas.
Yeah, it's like a guy out there doing, like, I guess he's trying to become like the mimic of the guy who initially set the lady on fire.
You won't fuck around and find the right one.
No, you is. You is. Cause I'm
and then niggas pushing niggas on the train track like is the thing of the future. And MTA's solution for this is to put essentially spike strips on the turnstile so you can't hop.
Let me just say this. The spike strips, ridiculous.
It makes, like, you put in spike strips so we can't hop. Who hops the train anymore? We go through the door.
It's not even that. How do you put spike strips up first before you put guards to prevent people from being pushed.
Like a simple thing.
Help me.
You know how much it costs to put those spike strips in every subway? $77 million. $77 million to put them little fucking pieces of fucking metal.
Well, how much would it cost to put up the
even if it costs $100 million, that's a better idea.
I just don't. What 70? What? I'm just hearing this number right now. Like, that's wild.
To put the spike strips over shit that niggas don't hop.
But even if they do hop them, though, right?
Yo, real true.
I'm gonna take off my jacket, or I'm gonna do this.
No, it's high. They're high.
Are they?
They're fucking high.
Because I done seen a video with somebody doing this.
But either way,
and hopping still.
I can still go under it. The video where unfortunately that man was pushing the track. I don't know if he survived. I hope he did, but I don't know if he did.
I didn't see the video.
It's a terrible video.
And I'm good.
In the video, there's two young men who hop over the turnstile. They didn't do it. It was the guy who was ordering a pack.
Okay.
They just stepped over. They didn't hop. They just like and kept it pushing.
I just want to understand, where's the guardrails to prevent people from getting
pushed?
Where's
the real safety aspect?
Where's the safety, the real safety? Because I get it. You know.
I don't get it.
No, because people are more concerned about their money first.
Right. But
clearly, right?
But wouldn't you get more money from people who survive taking the train?
All I'm saying is, I just want to know.
I don't care if you're safe. Pay your fare.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I get you want your money, but like,
I want to pay my fare for the last time.
I recently met up with some coworkers, and a couple of them had went to Japan this past year.
It's one of the safest transit systems. Little doors.
And I'm jealous.
Little doors.
And I'm jealous. They were showing me video of the train.
First off, it's clean as hell.
I saw. And
it's fast as hell.
And
it's quiet as well.
Nobody can talk.
It's quiet. Yo, if you go because Americans, we're not used to it. And there's a reason why I put my headphones in the mattress. I don't want to hear the shit, right? I don't want to hear the crazy people on the train. But if you're in Japan and you have your headphones on, right, and it's blaring, they won't even come rude at you. They'll be like, "Hey, your sound is leaking," and then you turn it down, like that. You could fall asleep on people in Japan. You're not supposed to wake them.
How do I move?
When it's your train, you just kind of gotta get up. But when they sleep on you, you let them sleep.
You can't be like, "Get up, bitch!" I'm just doing it.
Right. But you know how here we're like somebody falls asleep on you. You're either like, or you're like, I get it. Because
I'm more like, I get it. It's okay.
I'm more like,
oh, I get it. But it doesn't.
Fine.
It doesn't happen to me often.
It happens to me more when little kids sit next to me. I don't know why.
But
they just go. I'm like, yo, your mother is right there, bro. And then they overlook at me, and I'm like, don't worry about it.
It's the rocking of the train, man.
But I don't say when I'm getting up.
Ooh.
I just get up.
Dead wrong. Boom.
Oh, my stop, nigga.
Yeah. I don't. Between what they're doing in the trains and the amount that they're charging people who are already in the city to get in the city,
bro, congestion pricing.
It's crazy to me. What I do want to know is, what's up with the Nuck If You Buck era? Because back in the day, at least when I was a little kid, half of them cameras probably would have been
broke.
Been
broke. But you know, I think it is. I think they have police stationed at them. I think they'd have
been broke.
You know what though? It ain't even black dudes gonna break them shit. Some white folk down there mad than the motherfucker.
And when I was a little kid, 80s, early 90s,
like, yeah, now put it up.
They would have been broke.
Put it up. Mm-hmm. What dare you?
I'm I don't know.
Listen, man. It's all the money grab.
New York is turning into
They trying to privatize. I've been saying
Pudding
this for years,
snacks.
but nobody wants to listen to me. They've been trying since Bloomberg was mayor. They have been trying to privatize New York City. That's when they really started that push of the gentrifications of our areas, because we had nice areas and it was low property. That was by design. It was low cost. So they grabbed them up and they just push us further and further out because they wanted
Very
to
true.
privatize it. Who pays money to drive uptown, bro? Like,
I didn't, and I don't drive, but I'm like, what?
come on. There's people who, there's a guy on Instagram, he's losing his shit. And I loved it because he's a white dude and he was, you know how white people
Go in.
go in. He lived on 61st Street.
Ooh.
He's like, I moved my car a fucking block. I gotta pay my I live over here. I'm like, dang, I get it. I'd be mad too.
Ooh.
I gotta pay money to park my car. And there's, you know, yeah, man, you voted for these niggas.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, cuz.
But that literally come MTA, put the blockers up so people will stop pushing people. Like, seriously.
Make the train safer. You see the new trains? Or it's just, the way I see it, it's gonna be one big ass Lord of the Rings clashes in that motherfucking now. Where the trains have no doors?
No.
In the middle, it's just from the front car to the back car, straight through. I'm like, yo, the crazy niggas gonna have an even better time.
Yeah, they are. They are. Yikes.
It's gonna be straight up. You thought your car was noisy? Imagine when you yelling at nigga 3 cars down. It's just, oh my God, you ain't gonna have a break from the crazy person when they get off and go to the next car. Like, oh, they're gone. Like, no, they can come.
They still that, yeah. Just strolling through.
Right. It's now I get the safety measure of that. Now you can't fall off the train. Like, okay, kudos to you, but you didn't fix the problem of getting people help or more police presence when they're doing stuff. I seen police in the train station. They watch the niggas hop.
They do. They do.
And they pick and choose on Tuesday and Thursday. That's sweet day. Don't tell me that. To get the tickets.
Oh man.
So I mean, like, what is it? Pick and choose, because you know.
I think I'll say this. I think that it is really hard to maintain a system that runs 24 hours, right?
Not with the money you've been given.
Wow.
Not with the money you've been given. You're a private entity. You don't have to show anybody your books. All your top people is rich as fuck. You pay your workers pretty damn well.
They do.
Overtime's always on the books. You always fixing something.
Something.
All right. But nothing's changing. Nothing's improving. The biggest change I've seen in our transit system was that the 2 train is no longer red. Can you tell me anything else that of monumental change has happened since then?
I got the Q train.
Nigga, they've been building Q train since 1965. They just finished.
I'm just saying. They stopped it and brought it back.
That shit was supposed to been here. Right? You got to take that long escalator down the depths of hell. That vertigo escalator. I close my eyes on that shit. I can't.
The one on 96 is not that bad, but the one on 70 something street, it is that it is that low.
I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna kill everybody on my way down.
It is like the one on 70 something, 72nd, whatever stop that is.
Yeah, but there's no significance in that. And whenever they're made to open their books, I think every so often they have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a surplus.
Oh,
hey, guess what, guys? We can not do this for a little bit. Then when that audit is over, okay, we have to raise prices.
It's gonna be $3 soon, right?
I don't give a fuck. I'm hopping. Listen, I'm firmly against that. I'm a guy, pay your fare, but now you're not being fair with your fares. So now I'm hopping. Congratulations, you've completed my MTA villain arc. I'm hopping. You're not letting me pay. Oh, let's get to these stupid ass Omni machines. All right, this is why this pissed me off. All All right. So the Omni machine, this is so you know how it works. It's supposed to replace the MetroCard. Eventually, the MetroCard is going to be gone. You're gonna have no choice but to get an Omni machine. And I think that's bullshit. Now, the way the Omni machine works is you get a card. It's a like a credit card thickness type thing, right? And you tap with it. All right. You say you put $34 on it, right? $34 is just $34. Right? As first of all, weekly, $34, you can go as much as you want. Now, with the way the Omni thing is, from Sunday to basically Saturday, because Sunday it switches over. If you tap, I think 13 times, whatever is after that 13th time, it turns into unlimited. But it's only till Sunday.
Okay.
So let's say I buy I refill my Omni on Sunday, right? And I tap till I do my 13th tap on Wednesday. So from that 13th tap to Wednesday to next Sunday is unlimited. And then I gotta fill it again on Sunday. Right? Kind of stupid. It's like, not too bad, right? But what if I don't use that 13th tap, right? And my shit doesn't go into next week now. As when if I buy a MetroCard on Saturday, or if I buy an unlimited on Thursday, it's going to go unlimited till it's not unlimited.
Right.
I'm not just spending cash. It's unlimited the whole time.
Yo.
So if I want to just start swiping niggas through like crazy, it's going to be that way until it's the time frame is over. I'm not going to lose anything. So you have to buy your shit, and then you have to tap 13 times. Because if say I don't tap 13 times, right, I still have my 34 of what's left. But then I got to tap and then put another 34 back on it. I don't get the unlimited benefits. So I have to. Okay, unlimited.
1.5?
Just let me buy my unlimited.
1.5?
Just let me buy my unlimited. I hate that Omni shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. And over here, anyway, the machines stay breaking. I'm sick of it, man.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay because I'm moving out this fucking city.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna be doing this shit on Zoom like fucking Ocho and I'm sick of this shit, bro. It's ridiculous, yo.
It's
everything's a money grab in this city now, man. Everything. They're gonna be charging you to go inside the park. It may sound stupid, but I bet you they will.
No, listen.
You're supposed to get a permit to grill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, supposed to. We ain't doing that shit. But you're supposed to.
No, I
that shit ain't free.
I knew that.
So you're gonna get walking taxes. Oh, but you can jaywalk now. Bitch, I was already doing that.
Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Ooh. Something I've been doing since I was fucking 5. Oh, great. Ain't never got a ticket with jaywalking. In fact, if you don't give me a ticket, you got to jaywalk to get to me. So right one for me, right one for you, and let's go on our way.
Oh man, y'all.
I'm just tired of it, man. I'm old. I'm grinds my gears.
Grind your gears?
Yeah. Grinds my gears. I'm just over it, man. I'm just over the city. I love my city, but my city don't love me no more.
Listen. The world don't love the world anymore.
No, the world love the world. The world love the world.
But
America's finally seeing that the world don't like us. And we we are the loud neighbor. And that's why they're getting rid of TikTok. Full circle. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time. It should be up some point. I gotta do stuff. It's gonna be up eventually. I'll let you know. But we're gonna be on socials by the end of this week. We're gonna be on all socials. I'll send out a message. Follow us on all socials. Like and subscribe. Share this. This will be YouTube. It's gonna be our main thing. We will be posting clips of this on other sites. But if you want to see the full episodes, make sure you subscribe us on YouTube. Tell your friends to subscribe. We pour and we want to buy nice things. So please hook us up. And with that, I'm Mr. J.
Shammy.
Peace.